1. Which instructional strategy best supports adult learners preparing for the CTS exam? A. Rote memorization of terms. B. Problem-based learning with real-world AV scenarios. C. Passive lecture delivery. D. Randomized flashcard drills. 2. When evaluating training effectiveness, which metric most directly assesses learner performance on CTS competencies? A. Attendance records. B. Pre- and post-test score comparisons. C. Instructor satisfaction surveys. D. Number of questions asked in class. 3. In curriculum development for CTS preparation, a needs assessment primarily helps to A. Establish test-taking budgets. B. Identify knowledge and skill gaps. C. Secure classroom resources. D. Prepare regulatory documents. 4. Which principle of adult learning emphasizes linking new AV knowledge to learners' prior work experience? A. Repetition. B. Relevance. C. Standardization. D. Memorization. 5. A formative evaluation during CTS training would most likely involve A. Final certification exam results. B. Real-time feedback on practice installations. C. Licensing body review. D. Annual compliance audit. 6. When designing CTS training, scaffolding is best applied by A. Starting with advanced AV system design projects. B. Gradually increasing complexity of installation tasks. C. Removing all performance supports. D. Using only peer mentoring without instruction. 7. Which of the following is an effective mentoring approach for preparing CTS candidates? A. Giving them final answers immediately. B. Modeling complex tasks then guiding practice. C. Assigning readings without discussion. D. Replacing practice with observation only. 8. A summative evaluation of a CTS preparation course would best measure A. The alignment of lesson plans with AVIXA standards. B. Learner certification exam pass rates. C. Frequency of instructor office hours. D. Number of training sessions scheduled. 9. Which communication method is most effective for teaching AV troubleshooting to adults? A. Abstract theory lectures. B. Demonstrations with interactive practice. C. Textbook-only reading. D. Long, technical memos. 10. In CTS exam preparation, feedback that is immediate and specific helps learners by A. Reinforcing correct application of AV principles. B. Extending training time unnecessarily. C. Minimizing practice opportunities. D. Discouraging experimentation. 11. When planning curriculum for CTS readiness, Bloom's taxonomy is useful for A. Organizing exam logistics. B. Structuring learning objectives from basic recall to application. C. Scheduling proctor availability. D. Auditing compliance reports. 12. Which evaluation tool is most appropriate for measuring hands-on CTS skills? A. Written essay. B. Practical performance assessment. C. Attendance log. D. Group brainstorming session. 13. Adult learners preparing for CTS certification benefit most from A. Self-directed study with access to AV equipment. B. Mandatory seat time without flexibility. C. Unstructured peer conversations. D. Memorizing code numbers only. 14. Which regulatory standard must CTS candidates be mindful of when designing AV systems? A. OSHA safety requirements. B. Fashion industry guidelines. C. Agricultural trade policies. D. Food service codes. 15. When mentoring a CTS candidate, the mentor should primarily A. Solve technical problems for them. B. Encourage independent problem-solving and reflection. C. Provide unrelated industry stories. D. Delay feedback until program completion. 16. Which evaluation method best determines long-term retention of CTS concepts? A. Pop quizzes during breaks. B. Delayed post-training assessments. C. Daily attendance tracking. D. Class participation counts. 17. The main goal of formative evaluation in CTS exam prep is to A. Adjust teaching strategies in real time. B. Determine final certification status. C. Replace summative evaluation. D. Eliminate adult learner feedback. 18. Which adult learning principle is reflected when instructors provide choices in CTS project topics? A. Self-concept. B. Rote learning. C. Instructor authority. D. Standardization. 19. Which communication strategy is best when explaining complex AV diagrams? A. Use analogies and visuals tailored to learner experience. B. Provide lengthy text-only documents. C. Expect learners to interpret independently. D. Avoid questions until the end. 20. A CTS practice test is an example of which type of evaluation tool? A. Diagnostic. B. Summative. C. Regulatory. And D. Informal discussion. 21. During CTS exam training, peer mentoring sessions provide A. Opportunities for collaborative problem solving. B. Replacement for all instructor guidance. C. A distraction from curriculum goals. D. A way to avoid evaluations. 22. Which step is most critical in developing a CTS training curriculum? A. Identifying exam content domains. B. Purchasing unrelated AV products. C. Scheduling random breaks. D. Minimizing learner engagement. 23. An effective evaluation rubric for CTS performance tasks should A. Include observable, measurable criteria. B. Use vague descriptors. C. Rely only on instructor intuition. D. Exclude learner input. 24. Which adult learning factor most influences motivation in CTS preparation? A. Immediate applicability of AV skills to the workplace. B. Length of reading assignments. C. Number of handouts distributed. D. Instructor's level of control. 25. Which communication skill is essential for instructors guiding CTS role-play scenarios? A. Active listening. B. Monopolizing discussion. C. Ignoring learner input. D. Delivering non-stop lecture. 26. The use of pre-tests in CTS training is most valuable for A. Determining baseline knowledge levels. B. Issuing final certification. C. Recording attendance. D. Avoiding summative evaluations. 27. Which mentoring technique is most effective for novice CTS candidates? A. Shadowing experienced professionals with guided reflection. B. Independent study with no guidance. C. Passive lecture-only exposure. D. Trial and error without feedback. 28. Which of the following is an example of compliance-related knowledge important for CTS candidates? A. ADA accessibility standards. B. Fashion marketing rules. C. Restaurant menu laws. D. Maritime navigation codes. 29. Which evaluation method best measures growth during a CTS course? A. Comparison of pre-test and post-test results. B. Instructor attendance records. C. Number of hours logged in class. D. Learner seating arrangements. 30. Which instructional design model is commonly used in CTS curriculum planning? A. ADDIE. B. SWOT. C. CPI. D. ROI. 31. Which communication channel is most effective for coordinating CTS group projects? A. Interactive team collaboration platforms. B. Silent note passing. C. One-way instructor emails. D. Isolated learner logs. 32. An adult learning strategy that incorporates case studies for CTS prep emphasizes A. Experiential learning. B. Passive memorization. C. Lecture dominance. D. Isolated test drills. 33. Which mentoring action helps CTS candidates internalize ethical practices? A. Modeling professional behavior during installations. B. Discussing unrelated hobbies. C. Providing limited supervision. D. Delegating tasks without explanation. 34. The purpose of a summative evaluation in CTS training is to A. Determine achievement of learning outcomes. B. Provide ongoing formative feedback. C. Reduce the need for instruction. D. Measure instructor attendance. 35. In CTS prep, aligning curriculum objectives with exam content ensures A. Relevance and validity of training. B. Faster certification delivery. C. Elimination of practice exercises. D. Randomized study focus. 36. Which communication barrier must instructors avoid in CTS training? A. Overuse of technical jargon without context. B. Use of real-world examples. C. Providing visual aids. D. Interactive demonstrations. 37. Which adult learning principle highlights the need for immediate feedback in CTS skill practice? A. Readiness to learn. B. Reflection. C. Reinforcement. D. Memorization. 38. Which method best evaluates the application of CTS skills in workplace settings? A. On-the-job performance assessments. B. Attendance records. C. Certification application logs. D. Self-paced reading reports. 39. Mentors guiding CTS candidates should emphasize A. Building confidence through structured feedback. B. Avoiding performance critiques. C. Delivering information without interaction. D. Replacing practice with lecture. 40. Which curriculum element ensures CTS learners build from simple to complex competencies? A. Sequenced learning objectives. B. Randomized content order. C. Emission of prerequisites. D. Memorization O.